I'm Neil Schmidt, and I'm going to help you to be comfortable in the garden. First thing I'm going to talk about is going to be shoes. Good quality footwear makes a huge difference. That is how you contact the earth. That is how you are dealing with the environment around you. So good footwear makes a big difference. I usually like to put closed-toed shoes on or boots. Sandals and things are great. I'm a huge fan, but not when I'm doing work. Those are for when I'm relaxing and enjoying the garden. The other thing is clothes, long sleeve shirts, long pants are all things that I usually try to do, mainly because I'm not a huge fan of sunscreen, and if I do have to put it on, I want a good, organic, chemical-free, preferably mineral-based sunscreen. Those long clothes help block out a lot of sun. They help block thorns and any number of other things, as well as insects as well. One of the other things I'll talk to you about is when we actually start to do some of the work in the garden would be some of the different gloves that I have here. I have some of the planting gloves, would be these guys here. Basically what these are going to be better for muddy situations, wet situations, and they have this good grip on it so you can still hold on to what you're working with. Leather gloves are great for a number of different things, but they're not ideal for wet and muddy situations. So ideal for brush, using the shovels, things like that. And then these guys are going to be ideal for pruning rose bushes and things like that. This long leather is really going to help with the thorns. Moving on from there, one of the next things that I highly recommend is a nice big hat. As you can see, I have a few examples here. All of these are going to be nice wide brim hats that cover a big area like this. You want it to cover as much as you possibly can. Ideally, you are shading your shoulders, the back of your neck, as much of your body and your skin as you can get. Some of the other hats could be fine, but I would recommend the big, wide brim hats. Some of those other ones with the little brims, they're nice and they're helpful and they're great for when you're out and about, but when you're actually doing some work, a nice wide brim hat like this can make a big difference. The next thing I want to move on to would be the insect repellents. Obviously, wearing all these extra clothes and things like that will definitely help, but sometimes these repellents can make a big difference as to what sort of mosquitoes and other things that you would be dealing with in the garden. And that being said, one of the next things would be a good water. You never have enough water. I personally am always pushing water on everybody. I think never have quite enough. And electrolytes are not a bad thing to have in there as well. For Backyard Basics, I'm Neil Schmidt.